Welcome to NRL Reactions, where we believe every game of the round can be described in just 3 words. Let's go. Dolphins versus Panthers, all but over. Conceding a whopping 28 points a game, this Panthers side is in utter shambles right now. They've lost 5 games in a row, and no team has ever won the comp with a 1-5 record to start the season. Their attack looks ancient. They have no unpredictability about them, and other teams are honing in on their shortcomings. This Panther side hasn't really faced a test like this before, and with Origin just a month away, they need to find some mojo, and fast. Dragons versus Titans, bang the gong. Dragons back in Wollongong, and it feels so good. 9 line breaks, coupled by the fact that they outgained the Titans by over 400 metres, tells you everything you need to know about this game. Look, it was a pretty good win, but by no means am I convinced by this Dragon side, who seem destined to be this 1 win, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss team that can never find consistency. String a few games together, then, and only then, will we talk about some finals potential. Broncos versus Roosters, flat track bullies. I hate to say I told you so, but something definitely seemed off about the way this Broncos side had been viewed in recent weeks. They only seem to be able to bully teams when everything is completely going their way, and their defense is subpar at best. They couldn't even put off a rookie half playing his second game of first grade. Savala was genuinely outstanding in this game and controlled it from start to finish with his kicking game. Walsh was caught out of position on a number of occasions in this game, which tells you that he really hasn't developed that part of his game in the 4 years that he has been in the competition. He's just 22, but at this stage, I'm still seeing him make a lot of errors, which is coupled by the fact that he leads the league in errors this season through 6 games. Sharks versus Manly, long way around. It's funny to me what can happen when you give Braden Trindle some more responsibility. The Sharks went toe-to-toe with Manly, and when the pressure gauge was about to burst, it was Hines that came up with a crucial play to give them some much-needed breathing space. It's just too bad he couldn't do it with the boot, because the Sharks scored 5 tries to Manly's 3 and only managed to get home by just 6 points. Manly without Turbo is a different outlook entirely. You have to treat them like a bottom 8 side that can maybe squeak out a win here or there, but they're far less of a threat and not as dynamic, despite how good Lehigh Hopewadi has been. Rabbitohs versus Cowboys, yes, I do. The Cowboys did something they never do on the weekend: attack through the middle. Reece Robson led the charge with 135 running metres in a performance that screamed, "I want my Blues jersey." And Purdue is the hottest young teenager in the competition right now. The Cowboys need to find a way to get him more involved. His change of speed is breathtaking, and he literally sealed the game for the Cowboys with his try on the weekend. 3 wins in a row now, and this Cowboys side is a far cry from the one that rolled up in round 1. Eels versus Raiders, calling code Brown. 4 runs, 51 metres. That is the stat line for Dylan Brown in this game, and on one of those runs, he scored a try. So it begs the question, where did it go from there? Well, allow me to tell you. In the second half, when the Eels had actually built a decent amount of pressure, Brown gave away one of the dumbest penalties I think I've ever seen. Is that what the Knights are paying for? A player who ghosts his way through games and puts his team under pressure right when they don't need it? Might sound a bit harsh, but those are the facts, and I don't even think Moses can fix this mess. Storm versus Warriors, Hughes luxury cruise. Game over by halftime, the Storm cruised their way to 17 not out against the Warriors. Losing Fisher Harris early definitely throws the rotation out the door, but Mitch Barnett, in my opinion, is nowhere near the kind of form that saw him play Origin last year. The Storm were hardly tested and waltzed their way to victory in what was an absolute cakewalk. Knights versus Tigers. Attack? What's that? 10 points from their last 240 minutes of football. The Knights are averaging a league low 9 points a game at this point in time, and that is their worst start to a season attacking wise since 1993. Everyone wants to say I'm too hard on the Knights, but can you blame me? They're just not a good football team, plain and simple. They didn't take any chances against a team that they tore apart in round one, and they have zero inventiveness in the red zone. I fully expect the halves to be different once again next week, like it's going to change anything. Leo Thompson can smell the stench. That's why he's leaving. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Let me know your round reactions down in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and download the TBC Live app. The link is in the description below, and I'll catch you on the next one.